Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have a big package here. This is the Hygge box, but as you can see, it's not just the box, there's something else in here. That's why I don't have it unwrapped yet, because there's something squishy inside. So we are going to open that up and see what it is. So if you're not familiar with Hygge, it is a Danish lifestyle concept that focuses on happiness and enjoying life's little pleasures and coziness. Those moments in the day that you get where you might be just looking out the window and relaxing for a few minutes, watching the birds with a cup of coffee. Those sort of special moments where it's just very relaxing and you can kind of forget about your worries for a few minutes, which is a good thing. So inside, I will pull out, this was the squishy item. Under the stars, wrap yourself up in cozy comfort. Glow in the dark hooded blanket. Wow. Now, how often have you wished that you could glow in the dark with your blanket? I bet you haven't. But if you had a kid, or a child, I should say, I bet this would be fantastic. It says leave in sunlight or bright light for 30 minutes and then place it in a dark room to see the magic. Now, I can't say for sure, but I swear that we might have gotten this once before in a Hygge box, because I've been with Hygge for probably 3 years now, I would say. It's one of the few boxes I stay with because I just love the items. But you can see the, I'm not going to take it out, but you can clearly see it's a gray color with stars that look white, but they must be woven with some sort of glow-in-the-dark thread or something like that. It does say it's a 58 by 60 inch, so 60 inches 5 feet long, so it's a good size. So we're going to see what it says about that, but I'm going to get the box out here. Here we go. Here is a Hygge box with the different cozy icons on there. And inside, we'll do the reveal. You're the first to see it, is the pretty card. And I talk about these cards all the time. Well, inside, first on the box, there's kind of an explanation of Hygge and what it means. But there's always a card here that is so pretty, and it reflects the season you're in. So obviously this is winter. And I just love the artwork on it. It's so very pretty, and I save them. I put them out so I see them like on the dining room table or the mantle. But then on the back, it explains everything in the box. And obviously it says Winter Hygge. And this is the December box, by the way. It says the world outside stills, blanketed and quiet. Inside, everything softens. Light glows warmer, moments stretch longer, and comfort becomes its own kind of celebration. This season invites you to gather close, to wrap yourself in softness, to find joy in small things, to slow down and simply be. Let the hush settle. Let the warmth linger. Let it all feel like enough. So, very nice. They do a wonderful job of, you'll see, of describing the products and just making you feel cozy and relaxed. And that's really what this box is all about. So, like I said, I've been with the box for probably 3 years now. And my only comment, and I've probably never said a negative thing about the box, and it isn't just this box, but if you're someone who gets different subscription boxes like I do, blankets and throws and scarves, they tend to come pretty frequently, and I mean, I have built up quite a mountain of them. So that's probably the only, it's not a negative, but if you do happen to get a few subscription boxes like I do, it tends to be an item that's just repeated, and I really don't need that many. So here is the box. Now we're going to peel the tissue and see. Okay, you already see a few things there. Now what I want to do this time, I don't usually, but I should, is pull the items out in the order that they are on this card, because often the card kind of reads a continuing story, or it will relate to the item above or something. So the first item is, and this will be wonderful, mint hot chocolate. It says, the chill settles in, and suddenly nothing sounds better than hot chocolate. Rich, velvety, and touched with cool peppermint, this blend stirs up a kind of warmth that reaches past the hands and into the mood. No fancy steps, no need to wait. Just mix, sip, and let the world soften. It's the kind of comfort that feels a little like wonder, especially when the windows fog and time slows down. So this is obviously mint hot chocolate. Makes 6 cups. That's nice. It's a product of Canada, and yeah, it says it's like a chocolate bar and a candy cane fell in love. Hot cocoa will never be the same. And you mix 2 tablespoons with a cup of heated milk or plant milk. So yeah, that's perfect, obviously. Now, like I said, usually the items in the box are geared toward the season that you're receiving it. So I expect to see very winter-like, cozy. Of course, the whole concept of Hygge is of coziness, but it just seems in the colder months, this box really shines because you're home more. You know, it's cold out. If you're in an area like I am, it's very cold. And so, you know, when you're at home, you're kind of in that cozy mode. So this is good. Now, I will say also, they usually do put in a box, every box, something to drink, something to eat, and some sort of element of light, like a candle or string lights or something like that. So here is our something to drink. And next on the agenda is Elemis, or no, I don't think I'm saying that right. Elemis? Oh, Elenis. It is Elenis. Elenis. I've never heard of that. It's in New York. And what kind of cookie? Oatmeal chocolate chip. And it says there are 10. So they're probably pretty small size because it's a 3.5 ounce box. I want to open it and see what they look like. Have you heard of that brand before? Yeah, they're pretty modest. I have not heard of the brand before, and a lot of times that's no surprise because a lot of these items, they really source some interesting, unique items. Many of them are from different countries outside of the U.S. Obviously, the hot cocoa is Canada, but this is very cute, and I love cookies. So it says, familiar in the best way, these soft-baked cookies taste like something pulled from an old recipe box, passed down and baked with care. Oats and chocolate, cozy and classic, with just the right touch of seasonal spirit. They're meant to be shared, but no one would blame you for savoring them all on your own, which is what I will do. One quiet bite at a time. Soft baked, I'm surprised because when I pulled them out, they look like they're the crispy type, but I like both types. I will not complain. And by the way, if you're new here, I am Christopher and I do unboxing videos. I think that's pretty clear. I feel like I'm dressed like your English professor, but I am not. But it's so cold out, I have to wear something warm. So, and it's perfect for this box, right? This is the winter box. But anyway, I hope you stick around, and I hope you like the video. We'll see. We're only halfway through. So let's see what the next item is. It is, oh boy. Wow. Look at that. Appetizer plates. Set of 4. Wow. Now, they've once before gave appetizer plates, but they weren't themed for winter. They were just appetizer plates. They had patterns on them, but I remember one of them said hangry on it. They just had like the word. So it was more of a comical. This is pretty. I am going to take these out. It says, little details make a moment memorable, especially, probably holding that wacky, especially when wrapped in pattern, color, and charm. These porcelain plates are dressed in winter coziness, illustrated in festive hues. Whether holding treats for guests or sweets for yourself, they bring a cheerful wintry touch to even the smallest gathering. These were, it says, designed with love in Canada. Your purchase supports Education Without Borders.ca and made in China, 6 inches diameter. I could tell you it is heavy. So when they say porcelain, yeah, they're not kidding. These are not plastic. So here's the one we saw. That's the stocking. Very cute. Like even the border is cute. And then the next one, oh, maybe they're all going to be stockings, but different. That's pretty with the red background. And yeah, they are going to be. That's a beautiful green background, like a hunter green. And last but not least, so pretty. And it does say dishwasher and microwave safe. It's a nice size too. Definitely could fit appetizers. I don't want to say a small piece of cake because again, it's a 6 inch. But from the size of the pieces of cake I eat, I don't know. But if I was being like polite or trying to conserve and for others, then I would cut a smaller piece. But anyway, so now we get to the element of light. 30 snowflake LED lights. Fairy lights. Isn't that something? There's a special kind of magic in soft twinkling light. This strand of snowflake-shaped LEDs brings a hush of winter wonder to wherever you place it. Bookshelves, windowsills, tabletops. Like catching the sparkle of new snow under moonlight, they shimmer gently and ask nothing of you but to notice. No cords, no fuss, just light where you need it and calm where you are. So, I am positive, because of the description, and because we've received these before, that these will, not this specific type, but we've received, why am I saying we? I have received fairy lights before with the battery pack, so I knew that was going to be the case. So it has 3, those have to be double A's just by the size of it, but there's your clear pack. And then these are, I don't want to unwrap it because I'll never get it back in the box, but you could see these snowflakes, very pretty. When that's lit up, that would be, and there are so many, in each snowflake has a little light. So there's so many things you could do with that, whether it is just strung along a mantle. You could actually get a nice sized, like clear glass vase of some sort and put like decorative, like pine branches or not holly, pine branches or something like that, all in there, and then string these amongst there, and it would just be lighting up almost like glistening snow among the branches. I mean, it'd be very, very pretty. And it's usually pretty easy to kind of hide the battery pack somewhere in that, whatever arrangement you have it in. Yeah, that is very pretty. And I should read the about the blanket. It says there's a certain kind of comfort that can't be rushed, soft, quiet, and all-enveloping. This blanket was made for moments like that. Drape it over your shoulders, curl into it as the light fades, or let it settle around you like a hush. It's more than warmth, it's a feeling of being held, a soft landing, a gentle reminder that you don't need much to feel at home. Now, interesting, they didn't even mention the glow in the dark nature, but maybe at the time they wrote this, they just knew they were going to include like a blanket of some sort. Maybe they hadn't even spotted this one or bought the blankets yet. So it doesn't mention that, but it is a glow in the dark blanket. Now, again, a child would probably just love that. If that were, if you wrapped that up and gave that as a Christmas gift. Okay, so the last item is an ornament. And it looks like it's saying something that I can't read. And I will take it out. But it says, simple, solid, full of charm. This laser-cut wooden ornament carries the spirit of a Scandinavian winter. Natural, unpolished, and quietly lovely. Hung on the tree or tied to a gift. It feels like a nod to tradition and a reminder that beauty often lives in the simplest things. So, yeah, I would almost have to go online and see what that stands for or what that means. I don't even think I'll try to. I don't know if you can even see that well. Maybe you need a backdrop. Of course, a backdrop with. Yeah, I don't really have a good backdrop except my hand. But it's very pretty. I love the intricate ornaments, the snowflake carving. It's just, that's so pretty. Wooden ornaments are so special. I don't know why, they just are, especially when they're hand done. And it does have a little rattan or I don't know, not a yarn. I don't know why I am struggling today with my words, but it's a string. So you tie that around there and hang it up. So what did you think of this box? Again, I love the box. I just think they do a fantastic job of curating the items to fit the theme or fit the season. So yeah, so we've got the ornament. We've got what we started with. We've got the glow in the dark star blanket. And we've got the mint hot chocolate. And we have the oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. I mean, is this not an evening of relaxation? Make yourself a cup of hot cocoa, sit down with your cookies, get warm with your light up blanket. And then we've got the snowflake string lights. And like I said, the ornament. And we can't forget, we have the 4 beautiful snack plates there, which are so weighty and very nice quality for sure. So I love it. I think it was a very pretty box. It's perfect for winter. And I don't know if I could pick a favorite item. I mean, I think these plates are probably the star of the show. But again, if you have a child, that blanket's probably the star of the show. But very nice. So I hope you enjoyed the unboxing, and you'll have to let me know what your thoughts were, and did you have a favorite item out of the box. And like I said, I hope you give the video a like and subscribe, and then you'll know when I post my next video. And in the meantime, until I see you next time, I hope you're having a great holiday season and finding some moments to relax and actually enjoy the holidays instead of just all the rush and hectic shopping and cooking and all that. But yeah, so until I see you in the next video, take care of yourself, take time for yourself, and I will see you then. All right, bye-bye.